Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm back with another episode of Black Star Hoops. Let's get into this. I was about to sleep. I couldn't catch the game all day. I was able to catch the game at my girlfriend's house, so I put her little cousins to sleep, and I put the game on. I'm still out of breath, so if this sounds weird, I'm like, my freaking cortisol levels are out the roof. Don't even got no notes. I just got this little dookie piece of paper with some scribbled on notes. I got my girlfriend's laptop here with the stats. Let's get into this. It was game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, and all 2 words: WemVP, Carushow, must-see TV. That was the best game I've seen. If I keep doing this channel, you're going to hear that a lot of times. But for right now, this is the best game I've ever seen. We saw it all. We saw defense. We saw offense. We saw people talking. We saw physicality. We saw everything in this game. And I had to talk about this because I couldn't go to sleep without talking about this game. The first thing I want to talk about was just WemVP. He finished with 41 points, 24 rebounds, 3 blocks. He shot 56% from the field and 50% from 3. Now, coming into this series, you could even ask my friends, bro. I was a little bit hesitant about the Spurs team because they've never been here before. They've never faced a team like this who's almost a dynasty, a little bit of glazing. They have 1 ring, but let's just say a historical team. I thought they might fold. You had no De'Aaron Fox this game, which was a big blow because I'll get into why that was, but they had no De'Aaron Fox. We've never seen Wemby in the playoffs. Dylan Harper's a rookie. You're not, that's a deep team, but we don't know how Julian's going to shoot, which we'll get into that. So I was kind of hesitant about this team, and I said OKC in 6, but I wouldn't be surprised if OKC just said, hey, this is what we do, and they took 4 games in a row. I wouldn't have been surprised. But what happened tonight surprised me. We saw Wemby put up 40, Dylan Harper put up 24, and the thing that really impressed me about Dylan Harper was those free throws, because it was, I don't remember what quarter it was, I think it was the 4th quarter in OT, where they're down 2, or they're up, or they're tied. They're tied or they're down 2, and he's hitting all these shots. I think he went 9 for 9 from the free throw line. Let me see. My bad. He went 7 for 7. And he turned the ball over once. He turned the ball over 1 time. This is a rookie we're talking about. So I want to shout out Dylan Harper. He had 7 steals, and I wanted to shout out Carter Bryant. Carter Bryant took the assignment of Shea a few times, I think. He got burned a couple times backdoor. You could tell he was a little bit antsy. But for the most part, he sat down. He stayed in front. I'm really happy with the way Dylan Harper and Carter Bryant played with Wemby. Dude, this team. Here's the thing. Am I overdoing it? Am I glazing? I don't know. But just the way that game felt was like, this was the finals. This should be the finals. The way this game 1 felt like it was game 7, win or go home. This was an amazing game. But something I wanted to get into was, you had no De'Aaron Fox. I think Stephon Castle had 11 turnovers. And one thing I wanted to get into was a lot of the times they couldn't get Wemby the ball when I think Dylan Harper kind of had trouble getting it to him. I'll see if I can find a clip. Dylan Harper had trouble getting the ball to Wemby, and Castle was just turning it over. So I think I need to see a little bit better passing coming from them, especially with Castle's 11 turnovers. You got to take care of the ball, because those dudes were running that court. Next was the 3-point shooting. In the 3rd, 4th, and those double overtime, the game went to double OT, by the way. If you didn't watch it, you should. Julian Champagnie did not look right. He looked like he just wanted to not be there. Like, I want to be invisible. You guys do your thing and I'll watch. And I don't think you can have that, because you need this dude shooting. Otherwise, there's no reason to have him on the court. He can kind of put the ball on the floor. I don't like him defending. I need you to shoot, bro, because if you're not shooting, you're not doing much else. In a couple possessions, he's standing at the hash when you got 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Like, bro, you're not pulling that. Wemby, on the other hand, that double OT, that first overtime shot when they were down 3, craziest thing I've ever seen. Moving on to the OKC Thunder, let's give the Spurs their props. They really deserve it. I hope we can see this series go the distance, because that was a lot of fun. But OKC, man, like those first 3 quarters, I think the first quarter, Shea had 2 the first quarter. Shea had 2 the second quarter. 6 the third. I feel like the fourth he had 12, OT 2, and then double OT he had none. That fourth quarter, so I guess the defensive scheme they were doing was, we're going to get the ball out of Shea's hand and let anyone else beat us. And for the most part, that worked. And I think they should try that again. The Carushow. Alex Carushow would not miss that ball. When they double teamed Shea, Carushow was in the corner. And I don't want to downplay his game. He played a great game. But he didn't have to do much but chill, wait, and let that thing fly. Because they were blitzing, and Shea was making the right pass. But someone I was talking to said Shea put up, Shea was on fraud alert. I got to disagree with that because right here I got JDub shot. This is all from 3-point range. JDub shot 1 for 3. Lou Dort shot 1 for 5. Aaron Wiggins was 0 for 3. McCain was 1 for 3. And Mitchell was 0 for 1. He was making the right reads, in my opinion. Even Hartenstein was missing his usual flow. I'm back. As I was saying, Shea was making the right reads in the first 3 quarters. I mean, he ended the game with, I think, 12 assists. He ended the game with 12 assists. First quarter, he had 3. Second quarter, he had 2. Third quarter, he had 1. Fourth quarter, he had 3. So he was passing the ball well. I think it was just up to his teammates to hit shots. Chet ended with 8. Shot 2 for 4. Okay, shot 2 for 4. He hit that corner 3. But, I feel like Shea did his job. Dudes need to start hitting their shots. In the fourth, we saw him just kind of force it. He was getting past dudes, and he didn't really care. I think also in that double overtime, they went from a man to a zone. One play they weren't, the next play they were. And that even caught me off guard. I didn't really notice. I was just saw things looked weird. But, they played a pretty good game. I mean, you need to hit those shots. You're very lucky that Alex Caruso played the game he played. I don't think you're getting 4 of those in a row to win. But if he's shooting open shots well like that, I mean, he shot well, I feel, earlier in the playoffs. But a lot of these dudes were shooting well, and they were nowhere to be seen. I don't think he only played 10 minutes. Where was, Jared McCain wasn't shooting well. Just wasn't a good shooting game. I don't think you're going to get 2 of these from the Thunder. And if you do, this series might be over sooner than I thought. But even their defense on Wemby, Chet and JDub, barbecue chicken. It's bad. I will say Caruso, regardless of how he played on the offensive end, which was great, so it doesn't matter. The defense of Caruso on Wemby is just too good. He's very physical. He doesn't let him get to his spots, which is surprising because JDub is so much bigger. I mean, we all know Chet is like a child. You stretch a 10-year-old out, and that's what you get with Chet. But I feel like JDub is a pretty big dude. So to see Wemby he was getting it, doing some 2K, one hand around. It was crazy. I was really happy with Wemby's performance, but also how Caruso played. And one thing I wanted to point out was in that fourth quarter, that final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, I think that goes back to what I said at the beginning. You could tell the Spurs are a young team. You knew that the OKC Thunder have played these games before. I'd say the entire game, it seemed like OKC's back was on the wall. But in that last 2 minutes, it completely flipped on its head. We saw desperation threes. We saw shots that didn't even hit the rim. I mean, Wemby hit that amazing 3-point shot, but if we're being honest, that was a desperation shot. That wasn't a good shot. I sound like Paul George. But that just wasn't a good shot. It went in. It was an amazing shot. It was a lot of fun, but their back was against the wall. And that's where OKC had to strike, and they didn't. I mean, double OT, Shea had 0 points, I think. Double OT, 0 points. I mean, we can't do that. JDub luckily hit that deep 3 when they were down 4, I think. It brought it up to 1, but you can't have that. Luke Cornett, which funny enough is my girlfriend's favorite player, maybe behind Jalen Brunson. I don't know who's in front between Jalen Brunson and Luke Cornett. Terrible game. And I know in the regular season, in my opinion, I thought he was really good in the regular season. He ended up playing how many minutes tonight? 9. You couldn't really play him. He was a -9. You couldn't really play Luke Cornett because as soon as you took Wemby out, that's when they went on these runs and they were coming at him. And one of the big problems was you couldn't even get into your actions, bro. He's fumbling the ball. He's dropping the ball. And he was low-key barbecue chicken too. In that first round, Robert Williams was like, I feel like every time I looked up, Robert Williams just dunking on him. Robert Williams just yamming all over Luke Cornett. I felt bad for the guy because he's really cool. But yeah, no more Luke Cornett. I think they have Mason Plumlee. They got Mason Plumlee. That Kelly Olynyk. Throw those dudes in. But I'm hoping we get De'Aaron Fox back because San Antonio lost a turnover battle 21-14. I don't think you can do that multiple times. I think you get one of those games because they're going to game plan for that and they're actually going to take advantage and get those points in transition they want to run. So you're going to need to do something with that. And I'm hoping that's what De'Aaron Fox does. But at the center position, I don't know what you do. Overall, it was a great game. I love what I saw of the young guys. I think this team might be the next dynasty. Let me take that back. I'm just talking. This team is legit, though. I think for many years, we're going to be seeing this matchup. If there's a way to do away with conferences in the playoffs, just in the playoffs, I think the league will be a much better place. And maybe the Knicks or the Cavs can totally shut me up and prove me wrong. But this felt like the finals, man. The energy was electric. At some points, the mics weren't even working. It sounded like you were in Chase or whatever, or the Oracle Arena. I don't remember. It was just a great atmosphere. Shout out Reggie Miller, Jamal Crawford, and I don't remember who the third dude was, but Reggie Miller and Jamal Crawford did a good job. Yeah, overall, it was a lot of fun. I'm hoping to see more games like this. I'm still going to go OKC in 6. I'm already locking it in, OKC in 6. But I liked what I saw with the Spurs. Wemby played 50 minutes, so hopefully Devin Vassell played 51. Hopefully his body's okay. I want to see better three-point shooting from Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper. I mean, I think we just saw Stephon Castle come back to earth because he was shooting, like 50% or something in the prior series. He came back to earth. Dylan Harper came back to earth, but he was getting to the rim. He was getting 2 feet in. He was rebounding. He was hustling. He was stealing. Dylan Harper was everywhere. These rookies in this playoffs, I need to make a video about the playoffs in general. I haven't had much time, but these rookies in general. Dylan Harper's played amazing. VJ had his moments. Oh, Carter Bryant defensively was good tonight. He hit a couple threes, I think. He hit 1 3. Maybe hit some threes in the last series. I don't know. But yeah, realistically, it's just Dylan Harper and VJ because Khan got knocked out. I didn't see anything I liked there. I think he'll be all right, but he definitely did not play a good playing game. Besides the point, VJ and Dylan Harper, shout out to you guys. Shout out to Carter Bryant. He played very good defense. I'm excited for game 2. I might make a video about the Knicks tomorrow because I'm going to catch that. Just something I wanted to talk about. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.